Hello, welcome to Summer Talk 030. Yay, it's video 30 already. Yes. Today we're going to talk about time machine. Have you had feeling of if I can go back in time, I will do it differently. If I can go back in time, I will buy this, I will buy that, I will become really rich. Yes. If you can go back in time, you can buy some Apple stock when they are only 15 cents per share. And today it's the largest number one market share value company in the whole world. And if I can go back in time, 20 years ago, I will buy some Chinese real estate because real estate's booming in China. I will become millionaire for sure. And if I can go back in time, 10 years ago, I will buy some Tencent stock because it has been went up crazy every year. So what does this tell you? It tells you there is opportunity everywhere in different century, different time. Even today, there's opportunity everywhere. But our cognitive is not strong or smart enough to recognize those opportunities. So when the opportunity comes that you didn't realize it, then it's too late to buy it. So if we have a time machine to go back, I will become very rich today. Have you ever thought about that? I know I do. Yes. So today I want to introduce you 4 different time machine. And time machine, it's real. It's real in life. So I'm going to introduce 4 different types of time machine. The first time machine is called self-proof prediction. Self-proof prediction, which means tell yourself you are great, you are useful, you have meaning, you are smart, you are genius. Tell yourself that all the time. Let me tell you why. There's an example. In 1968, there's 2 PhD scientists doing this study. Went to a school. They just randomly picked the student out. They tell the student, do this test. I will tell you who has higher IQ. So the student did all the tests, and actually they didn't pick out the result by the test. They just randomly pick any student out, randomly pick any students. So those students was telling they have a higher IQ than any other students. Because of that, but it's randomly. Nobody knows if they are smart or not. But because those 2 scientists picked those students that you have a higher IQ than any other students, they get really exciting about this. And suddenly they see their study grade has been jump crazy high. And why is that? Because this teacher are paying more attention, giving a more opportunity, more effort, more feedback to those special students they think they have higher IQs. So this example tells you, tell yourself you are genius. I am genius. So this will help you have higher probability to become successful, higher probability become more successful than what you are right now. So that's the first time machine called self-proof prediction. Then the second time machine, it's called area difference. Area difference. I give you an example. As we know, U.S. has the world most higher IT advance in the whole world, such like Silicon Valley. People go over Silicon Valley to work because they are the most advanced in the whole world. So China is following also too, maybe not as good as American, but they are following up. So as we all know, China is like 1980 or 1990s America. They follow what American do. So like today's China, you see they are more trained more towards to the service business, just like US service GDP consumer spending, it's about 70% of GDP. So consuming is growing very fast in China because they follow the American trend. So that will tell you, like, do you think Shanghai will be the next New York? If you're holding a property in Shanghai or in Shenzhen, IT area, and you struggle whether you're going to sell the house or because it has grown so much already, do you want to sell it or do you want just continue keeping it? Just see where ask yourself, Shanghai will be the next New York? Question mark, yes or no? Or Shenzhen will be the next Bay Area like Silicon Valley? Yes or no? Ask yourself that question. So it will help you make a decision whether you're going to sell the property or not in those big cities like Shanghai or Shenzhen. So that's called the area difference, number 2 time machine. Then number 3 time machine, it's called 10 times faster or 10 times better. 10 times better. That's third time machine. So Elon Musk, as we all know, he's the Iron Man in Silicon Valley. He has said one thing. He said, to improve your company 10 times better, it's much easier than improve your company 10% better. So 10 times better, it's much easier than 10% better. Why he said that? Let's see. In order to prove your company 10% better, most people will do is putting more resource, more labor work, or more energy, and fundamental doesn't change. Just putting more money, more stuff into that fundamental to improve that 10%. But what if from beginning, just forget about the fundamental, forget about the basic. You start to improve from nothing, no fundamental. Start to build a fundamental to start with. Get rid of the old fundamental to build a fundamental to start with. That's how you can break the old rules, break the old saying to get 10 times better. So the time machine tells us, if you want to get a huge success, you need to get rid of the old fundamental to building a new thinking, new innovation to start from fundamental. That will make you a huge success, which we call 10 times better or 10 times faster. So there is saying, okay, it's following your own experience, following the old ways. The probability to get obsolete is 100%. 100% probability you will get obsolete. But if you are not following the old ways, start with new ways, you have greater than 0% probability to success. Greater than 0% to be successful. So that's a third time machine, which is called 10 times faster or 10 times better. So the last time machine I'm introducing is called restart. Restart. We all know restart. It's a computer button. On the home page says restart. When your computer is dead or not doing anything, what you have to do is restart to computer, to reboot the computer first, right? Yes. In order to do a restart, what you have to do is close out all the items you have opened, all the apps you have been opened, or website you have been opened, close them down, then restart over. So company Intel in 1985, Andy Grove, he's the father of Silicon Valley, Intel company. So in 1985, the company of Intel, it's get lots challenging from Japanese company. So they are whether decide to go out of memory card business and go in microprocessor business. But it's so hard to give up, so hard to just make a change because they have over 8,000 employees are doing memory card business. How can you just get rid of them and start a new microprocessor business, right? And it needs lots of money, needs not lots resource. So at this time, Andy Grove asked his partner, says, today, if there's new CEO comes, Today, if there's a new CEO come to our company, what do you think he will do? What do you think he will do? Of course, his partner said, of course he will go in microprocess business. So Andy Grove said, so why don't we do it ourselves? So that's the answer they get by restarting, restart, shut down the memory card business and get into microprocess business. That's how Intel get so strong at the top of the world for many, many years. Then this theory can also apply into stock market. If today you have a stock, you think it's not a good stock, and you didn't want to get rid of it because you have lost money, you didn't want to lose money, so you don't want to get out. But let's say if you come from 20 years later to current right now, 20 years later you come to current, will you buy this stock? If the answer is no, so why don't you sell it right now? Why don't you sell it right now if the answer is no? So this will help you to make a decision. It's if you come from 30 years later to current, if you come from 30 years later to current, and ask yourself, will you do this, what I'm doing right now? And 30 years later, come back to current, will you do this right now? If the answer is yes, good, do it. If the answer is no, why don't you just don't do it, get rid of it? So this is the fourth time machine. So we have talked about 4 times time machine. The first time machine is called a self-proof prediction. Then the second time machine is called area difference. The third machine is called 10 times faster or 10 times better. Then the last time machine is called restart. Make the right choices right now. The time machine will help you to become a successful of you. Thank you for the Summer Talk 030. Bye-bye.